Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is Isaac, and today I'm going to help you assemble your 10-foot by 8-foot outdoor storage shed. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your shed is listed in the description below. This video will follow the steps outlined in the assembly manual that comes with the shed. So if you've already begun and need help on a specific step, check the description below for a timestamp associated with each step. There are steps in this assembly that require 2 people, so make sure you have at least one other adult available to help. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete the job. You may want to pause the video now to gather the supplies shown on the screen.
Also, you may see us use an impact driver. If you decide to use one as well, be careful not to over torque or over tighten the hardware.
You will also need additional tools to prepare a foundation for your shed, so refer to your manual to see what other resources you will need. All Lifetime sheds are required to be built on a foundation. We recommend that you build your foundation out of concrete, but you can also use lumber. This video is meant to be a companion to the assembly manual and not a direct replacement. So for the best results, have the assembly manual on hand as you complete the build. It is also crucial that you refer to the assembly manual to review the safety instructions of this build to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. This section goes over the requirements for the foundation of your shed. This video will focus on the assembly of the shed and not of the foundation. So refer to your manual in section 1 to see how to properly build the foundation for your shed. If you have questions regarding the foundation, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team at the number below. In this harder pack, there is a lot of these long bolts. However, there is one bolt that is slightly shorter, and this will be used later in the section. There are 2 different types of gutter channels, one with a notch and one without. For this step, you'll need one of each. Line up the holes at the ends of the gutter channel with the holes in the connector piece and secure the hardware. Be careful not to over tighten this hardware. Line up the holes at the ends of the truss brace with the holes in the center of the gutter channels and secure the hardware, making sure the head of the bolt is on the inside of the gutter channel. To make tightening this hardware easier, I like to use a Phillips bit and a pair of vice grips. Insert a truss rod through the connector and truss brace, then secure the nut on each side. Only tighten until the truss rod doesn't wiggle. Repeat the previous steps for a second truss assembly, making sure that one of the gutter channels has a notch in the end. Next, you'll take a gutter channel that doesn't have a slit in the end and the short gutter channel with the square hole and connect them to the connector piece. Line up the holes at one end of the truss brace with holes in the center of the long gutter channel and secure the hardware, making sure the head of the bolt is on the inside of the gutter channel. Place the vertical truss brace into the short gutter channel, oriented like this. Then line up the holes in the braces and gutter channel and secure with the hardware. Place a horizontal truss brace into the gutter channel and vertical truss brace like this. Then line up the holes in the end of the horizontal truss brace with the holes in the center of the short gutter channel and secure with the hardware. Line up the holes at the end of the vertical truss brace with the holes in the center of the horizontal truss brace and secure with the shorter bolt that we mentioned earlier. Insert the truss rod through the connector piece and truss brace and secure the nut on each end. Connect the L bracket to this hole on the horizontal truss brace going through the oblong hole. Only finger tighten this hardware for now. Insert the support tube into the square hole on the short gutter channel, making sure the flat edge faces the horizontal truss brace. Take two gable halves, line them up in the center, and secure the hardware. Line the holes in the screen with the holes in the vent. Place on the front side of the gable. And secure with the hardware on the back. Repeat the previous steps for a second gable. Take the square tube and insert a cap into each end. Place the square tube onto the small gable, making sure these dimpled holes rest against the gable, and the dimpled hole in the center goes at the bottom of the gable. Line the holes with the divots and secure with the hardware. Take the left door, the one with the Lifetime logo, and line up these holes in the square tube with these holes in the door. Then, slide the tube into the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out at the bottom. Insert the cap into the end of the tube, then finish sliding till it's flush with the bottom of the door. Place the latch hardware over these holes on the front of the door and secure the hardware. Only finger tighten this hardware for now. Locate these divots at the top and bottom of the door and drill them out with the provided drill bit, only going through the first layer of metal. At the top of the door, over the holes you just drilled out, place a spacer, making sure you can read the word up. Place the lock on top of the spacer, oriented like this, and secure with the self-tapping screws. Repeat these steps at the bottom of the door, except this time you want to make sure you can read the word down on the spacer. Connect the two halves of the handle, place on the front side of the door, and secure the hardware on the back. On the opposite edge of the door, insert the hinge tube, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out on either end. On the back side of the door, locate this groove around the window and insert your butyl tape going all the way around. Remove the plastic film from both sides of the window. Then place the window on top of the butyl tape, making sure to line up these holes with the divots in the door. Then secure with the hardware. Take the right door and line up the holes in the tube with these holes in the door. Then slide the tube into the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out at the end. Insert the cap into the end of the tube. Then finish sliding until it's flush with the bottom of the door. On the back side of the door, locate this divot and secure the tube into place with the self-tapping screw. On the front side of the door, add the locking hardware in this order and secure with the hardware. Connect the two halves of the handle together. Place on the front side of the door and secure the hardware on the back. When adding the long screws, make sure they go through this bracket and then is oriented like this. On the opposite edge of the door, insert the hinge tube, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out on either end. On the back side of the door, locate this groove around the window and insert the butyl tape going all the way around. Remove the plastic film from both sides of the window. Place the window on top of the butyl tape, making sure to line up the holes with the divots on the back of the door. Then secure the hardware. This shed comes with 4 floor panels. They may come folded like this, so you want to unfold them. Arrange the floor panels like this, then connect them together by lifting up one panel at an angle, interlocking the tabs, and setting the panel back down. For this model of shed, the orientation of the center two panels is important. You want to make sure that these round holes are not on the center seam. Secure the floor panels together by inserting a screw into each divot along each seam. The doors can go on either long edge. We're going to put our doors here. Locate this recess on the floor and add the strike plate with the hardware. Take 7 wall panels labeled AHD and add a wall support to the center channel, making sure the 2 holes that are close together go at the top of the panel. Line up the holes and secure the hardware. Take the corner panel labeled AGW and add a wall support to the channel on the left, making sure the 2 holes that are close together go at the bottom of the panel. Repeat for the other corner panel labeled AGW. Take the 2 corner panels labeled AGL and on the channel on the right, add a wall support, making sure the 2 holes that are close together are at the top of the panel. Take the window wall panel labeled BDI and add a wall support to this channel on the right, making sure the 2 holes that are close together go at the bottom of the panel. Take the window wall panel labeled BDH and add a wall support to the channel on the left, making sure the 2 holes that are close together are at the top of the panel. On the back side of the window wall panels, locate this groove around the window and add the butyl tape going all the way around. Remove the plastic film from both sides of the window. Then lay the window on top of the butyl tape, lining up the notches with the divots in the panel. Repeat this process for the other window wall panel. On the edge that you added the strike plate, Add the window wall panel labeled BDI to the third and fourth cutout from this corner. Slide the panel towards the strike plate to lock it in place. I'm comfortable using my foot, but if you're not, use a block and a rubber mallet. Add these tabs in the corner panel labeled AGW to these cutouts, then slide towards the corner to lock it in place. Lean the panel away from the floor, fold it in half, line up the tabs in the panel with the cutouts in the floor, and apply downward pressure to lock it in place. If you're having a difficult time getting the tabs to lock into place, place a block under each tab individually and apply downward pressure. Make sure that the panels are even at the top, line up the holes, and secure with the 5 screws. Add 2 wall panels labeled AHD to this edge using the same method as the very first panel. Add the corner panel labeled AGL to this corner using the same method as the first corner. Add 3 wall panels labeled AHD to this edge. Add the other corner panel labeled AGW to this corner. Add the remaining 2 wall panels labeled AHD to this edge. Add the other corner panel labeled AGL to this corner here. Add the window wall panel labeled BDH next to the previous panel using the same method as the first panel. In the opening, locate these round holes and add a bushing from the bottom going up. On either short edge of the shed, add a large gable on top of the wall panels and secure it with the hardware. On all the roof panels, including the triangular roof panels, you'll need to clear the plastic through these 3 holes using a Phillips head screwdriver or a Phillips head bit in your drill. Take a truss assembly and place the notched end into the cutout by the opening. Place the other end into the cutout on the back wall. Continue to hold the truss assembly while someone else slides a roof panel over the gable and into the gutter channel. You'll know the roof panel is in the correct position when the alignment nub rests in this notch. Secure the roof to the truss from the bottom 2 holes. Then secure through the wall panel through these 4 holes. If you're having a difficult time getting things to line up, click on this link here to see a video on how to properly line up your roof panels. Then secure through the gable through these 3 holes. Add a roof support to this notch in the gable and truss, making sure to start with the square end first. Then finish securing through the remaining 2 holes. Repeat the previous process on the opposite side of the shed. Repeat on the opposite side of the shed, adding a gable, truss assembly, and 2 roof panels. Place the long gutter channel of the center truss assembly into this notch on the back wall. Then rotate the assembly up so the holes in the support tube match up with the holes in the gutter channels. While someone continues to hold the truss assembly up, secure the support tube into place with the hardware. Now you can add the 2 roof panels to the back wall. Insert the hinge tube of the left door into this bushing, making sure the hole in the hinge tube lines up with the slit in the bushing. Insert the cotter pin from the outside going in, then flare the ends to lock it in place. Repeat the previous steps for the right door. Close the doors, then place a small gable on top of the hinge tubes. Make sure that the small tabs of the gable rest inside of the gutter channel. Secure the L bracket to the small gable. Then go back and tighten the hardware that we left loose. Add the drainage plates to these locations here, oriented like this, and secure the hardware. Take the large angled roof panel and fold up these tabs. Then place it on top of the gable over the doors. Then secure the roof panel through the truss and gable. Then secure through the drainage plate. Then place the small angled roof panel on top of the large one. Then secure with the 4 screws. Then place the triangular roof panels into this location here. Make sure the roof panel lays flush. Then secure the panel into place through the truss and other roof panels. When adding the hardwares where the 3 panels meet, be careful not to over tighten and have someone apply downward pressure. Take a skylight and bend it. Then add an end cap to one end. Then add a center cap to the other end. Place on top of the gable and truss. Secure the end cap to the gable through these 2 holes. Then secure the skylight to the roof panel through these 2 holes. To To avoid damaging the skylight, be very careful tightening this hardware. Slightly bend another skylight, then add a center connector to one end. Slide the other end into the previous center connector. This step may be difficult, but be patient. Repeat this step one more time. Add the end connector to the skylight. Then slide the other end into the previous connector using the same method. Then secure the end cap to the gable through these two holes. Secure the skylights to the roof panels through the open holes. Now add the clips to the holes on the side walls, making sure that the arrow is pointing up. There are 3 height settings you can choose for your shelf. Those are indicated by these divots here. Once you've decided what height you want your shelf at, locate these notches on the wall supports and add a triangle shelf brace. At the height you chose for the shelf, add the screw anchors to the divots here. Add the shelf brackets to the screw anchors through the oblong holes. If your shelf is folded, unfold it, and on the bottom side, add the shelf support tubes to these notches, making sure they click into place. Place the shelf on top of the brackets, making sure the word front faces the center of the shed. Then secure the shelf to each bracket with 2 screws each. It may be helpful to have someone on the outside push on the corner panels to get the holes to line up. Repeat this process on the opposite side for the other shelf. This shed comes with 6 wall hooks. They can go anywhere throughout the shed in these notches. Next, you need to make sure that your doors are level. Click on this link here to see a video, or refer to your manual in section 11 to see how to properly level your doors. If you have questions on how to level your doors, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team at the number below. Now that the doors are level, go inside, have someone close the door, and tighten the hardware we left loose on the left door. This section goes over how to anchor your shed to its foundation. Since we're inside, we're not going to be able to do that, but it's important that you do, so refer to your manual in section 12 to see how to properly anchor your shed to its foundation. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime 10-foot by 8-foot outdoor storage shed. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team and check out our other amazing products at lifetime.com.